I'm Leslie Bailey. I'm the Managing Director for Ruby Tuesday Asia Pacific, based here in Hong Kong. Three things: quality, passion and pride. So quality in the ingredients that we use, passion in our service and passion in listening to our guests and their wants and needs, and pride in the environment that we serve everything in. You can try and hang on, but I'm too fast for you. The first interaction we have with a customer is when they enter the restaurant and they're either making a booking for later in the day, or they're making a reservation online, or looking to make a reservation over the telephone. So we need to provide a fast and attentive service, and when the guest leaves, we need to know that we provided, a quality product served by passionate people in a friendly, casual environment that we took pride in. The computerized floor plan with an easy to understand reservation and waiting list, and most importantly for the guest, the ability to provide approximate timings for when individual tables would become available to them. Three things. One would be the automatic SMS confirmation for the guest of the activation of the reservation. Two, an automated telephone call to tell them that the table is about to become available. And three, a simple questionnaire that we send just as they're finishing their meal to assess whether or not they were happy. And that's made a huge difference in terms of our customer service. We were quite antiquated before inline came along, so you either walked in or you called us. It's as simple as that. Now that we have inline, we have an automated reservation system, and we're about to launch the online system whereby you can access reservations through our website, through Facebook, and on our online app. And so far, we've minimised the mistakes that were being made. Actually, it's a value-added service that inline provides, and it's the survey. It's a very simple survey, but what it allows us to do is to record the interactions that we've had with the guest in real time. It allows us to address the issues in real time and really pinpoint with the team what they did well, and also where the opportunities lie and for them to do better. I'm crazy, baby, insane. This is an interesting one. Actually, the SMS confirmation and the automated callback. Apparently customers don't like to talk to real people, but they're more than happy to interact with an SMS or a voice recording and then SMS us back with a confirmation. And it's improved our reservations, and it's improved the time that we interact with the customer when they're actually in our care. Okay, well, first of all, in addition to the survey results and turn times, what we do have with inline is some very cool features. I can actually go in and I can see how busy the restaurants are at any given time, and it's app based. So I just go into inline, I can see that this is one restaurant, a reservation has just been made. I can look at the list, I can see whether it was created online by the guests themselves, or whether we've created it in the restaurant. And then if I go here, I can see how busy we are during the evenings or during the day, and I can see that I have customer has already confirmed in this particular incident that they've been notified. I can go in and I can look at floor plans, so I can look at the floor plans of the restaurant. I can see what tables are occupied and which are not. I can also check on the accuracy of the per person average or the ticket average, which is quite important. Restaurant managers like to bump up their numbers and they want to look good. So the hosts may or may not enter all of the customers coming into the restaurant on the POS, but they do on the system. So there's a number of very useful features, but mostly it's about real-time information and being able to see what's going on in the restaurants at any given time.
It's my time and I'm coming out to play.
Industry rates would average around 20% or more, and quite often when you try and call a customer, if they've no-showed, they don't pick up, and if they do pick up, you'll get all sorts of excuses. So because of inline and the way that it works, what we've seen is that our current no-show rate is actually reduced to less than 15%, and based on the trend we'd expect it to drop to around 10%. And the reality is that people would much rather interact with an online system or SMS, and therefore they're much more likely to be honest with us. So yeah, it's very positive. It's definitely below the industry average now. Setting the limitations on the available places for reservation. The inline technicians helped us to set up the system and implement a feature where we're able to positively impact operations, and the survey, as mentioned earlier, helped us to identify and rectify issues in real time. Inline did a fantastic job, and they walked the entire team through the process, provided exceptional training in the restaurants, and as we rolled it out over a period of a week, the team were available and answered all of the questions, and making sure that we had sufficient training and that the team knew how to use the system. So that made a real difference.